Hey, I'm Kev. Must have come again right into it. On the Misano World Circuit, Marco Simoncelli. As you go through this twisty first section. I think I'm in second. The Goins tell me I'm in third, it feels like. I was in first. Yeah, I was in first. Let's get out of the way. We're doing that round of Misano. You go down this back straight. And the second after that really does open up on these bikes. So you don't need to be down into first there. We're going to think we can keep it in second. This tricky right hander. Always aiming for the second apex. Don't care about that first one. Because now you're building up the speed. And run towards these very fast right hand corners. Got 3 of them in the hairpin at the end. So the first one easy flat. Second one easy flat. Third one, oh, we're slowing down a bit now. Then in fourth one, yep, we definitely are slowing down. And then you got the final couple of corners, deceptively fast corners as well. Well, that's virtually flat. The penultimate corner. The last corner you can just chuck at that inside curve. Got the power. Run towards the line, do a very slow that time of over 1 minute 50. 51.3. I think we expect to be in the like 49s. So we're trying to rev it up through this first section, but that's a lap of Misano, and we're jumping right into it because we've got no setup as well. This is just normal. We're hoping this helps with the opponent issue of them actually going out all the time, actually setting lap times, and not being ridiculously slow in these sessions. So where are we going? Looking for our own hairpin there. I think I prefer the normal line though. So yeah, hopefully doing this helps. So a bit wide. So we might not be as quick. Hopefully it'll be competitive. That's the main thing. Especially as it is going to get a bit more difficult naturally as well. Yeah, so hear that engine. Look at the flames. As well on the outside. Just slow them down in the middle of the apex as well. There you go, it is flat through there. As we head towards the line, can we go under 1 minute 50? I think we can. 49, no, 53.3. Let's get into qualifying, shall we? Okay, I forgot to speed up time as well. So, once again, they're not setting out times after we've left the building, but your quickest ball was 3:60 Bautis. You got Salvador, Tata, you got Yuki down there as well. Saratas is still last. At least one thing is consistent. So we go then. Remember, no setup. Misano was a bit of a kinder circuit in 18. Let's see if it is in 19 as well then in qualifying. First of all. And try and beat that 1 minute 50. God, you flow through these sections. On this 250cc bike. Like, you talk about rolling off the throttle, this is where you learn it. Really do. Such an important skill to have on a motorbike. So he's braking. So a bit wide. Of course, we're going to get the run off the corner. He's still 100% as well. That is going to change. As I said. Opponent difficulty. Especially if it turns out we aren't actually changing teams. We're not running a setup. We're not doing any of the teams because I've seen they're using like a guide. It's how it seems to mess it up. Well, hopefully this has solved it a bit. It's a little bit wide. Got to pick up the bike much trickier than that. It's a little bit wide again. Once again, nicely through the final corner though. I keep forgetting, I think the line's there, but it's not. And there's 48.7, fucking hell. Well, that was bollocks, wasn't it? 7 seconds. No one's allowed in my race again. You're out 107%. You're always outside of it. Salvador Tatai, Yuki up there. Jason Bautis. As we score further down, Matt's cooking 13. Zonta. We've got Sacco in last. Look at her just climbing the heights of 23rd. Hopefully the race is much more competitive. So here we go then. Revving it up. Up into first and underway. As he gets a decent start, but Salvador gets a better one. As here towards the first corner. Got Tatano inside. We've got someone else as well. I'm guessing that's Yuki. The Stone chops off the Japanese rider. Well, the Japanese Spaniard, should I say, go to war. There goes Stone round the outside, maybe. Not quite. Trying to take second. I'm going to get blocked by Tatai. He's cuts battling for 30, for 40. If there's the top 40 getting away. 8/10, so top 3, should I say. Yuki. Let's take your pick, Stone. Who's going to be your Stonian partner? As he dances into the hairpin for the first time. Or not. Good to see all that effort into fixing the brakes. With the setup. But you just showed, doesn't it, when you don't have a setup on as 1.2 seconds ahead now of the Japanese rider. It really is a top 3 already. As he got Batelli ahead of Rouge. 4th. Scott down to 22nd. Tyler Scott. Oh, Rouge down to 12th as well. And there's up to 19th. Should probably be concentrating what's happening in front, should Stone. Let's get it all the way down to first for the right-hander. Oh, the Japanese are very good in that third sector. To try and go too wide into the penultimate corner, never a good idea. How about into the final corner? Let's Stone down the inside of Tatai. Trying to slipstream past Salvador and take the lead before we head to the line. It's the Andorran rider in the lead and then a couple of Spaniards alongside him, but it looks like Salvador's taking back the lead. So here goes Stone through that very bumpy right-hander. Takes a look down the inside of Salvador. Not working though. That's all. That's very ambitious into the right, Stone. Whoa! Loads of curves. How did he not fall down? Where's Tatai in all of this? Stone in towards the apex of the hairpin. We got Tatai behind Gain, but not enough to make a move. About 9/10 behind us. Whoa, where are you going, Stone? That double right. Well, it's really just one right-hander, which is so difficult, but You have to add our apex as well. Just to ward you off making a move, maybe. Or entice you. Or just to throw you up for the next corner, as it seems to be doing for Stone at the moment. He's falling back behind Salvador quite a bit here. 8 tenths. Got Tatai 9 tenths behind. Then towards the final corner of this second lap. Once again, nice smooth exit. We go across the line, 51.7, 51.2 from Salvador. Already heating up. It's the championship leader. It's all flat through right. Just not close enough to make a move into that right-hander. Could make it into the left. We've seen why when he cuts it a bit too fine. And on this occasion, nice exit ahead of Salvador. Bending a bit into the hairpin. But easy enough for Salvador around the outside. Once again, Stone on the exit. Great run down the inside of the Spaniard. Let's see if he can actually get his braking right for the double right. As Salvador turns into him. Where's the raving fist emotion we can do? It means our left hand, but we don't need it for braking. As what was the Spaniard doing there? As well, Stone very wide. Tries to go into the hairpin. Oh, he gets hit again as Tatai down. Tatai crashes. You got the Japanese right up to second. Salvador down to third. No, Salvador down. Salvador down to seventh. Tatai down to what is going on? What's the order? You've got Stone leading, you've got the Japanese rider in second. Set a fast at 50.6. We've got Salvador down in seventh. Tatai down where? He's in last. He's in last, the Spaniard. The consistent one, the one who's always second or third or fourth. Never the winner. Well, he won't be today in Mazzano. What a development. Sunny for Stone, he gets a bit easier. The Spaniards have collided. Or does it get easier for Stone? Because now he's got the Japanese rider over him still. I'll say all over himself. It's 1.2 second gap. It rises in that first sector. In the second, pretty even, but we know the third sector. This is where Yuki is so good. Has got the Swiss rider up to sixth. Gui up to third head of Fallon. Or Fallon, should I say. But what a development for the championship. So these two are the hot favourites. Oh, 1.2 seconds. So Stone's actually managed a percent. Japanese rider in that third sector. Nice smooth exit out of the final corner as you go on to the fifth lap. 51.1. As you approach halfway mark of this race, Salvador in 8th. 8th! Considering all of the top four have been the same this season so far. Unbelievable. So what does Stone do here? Does he attack? Does he conserve? Or you have to defend maybe? Doesn't look like it. He's got an almost 2 second lead. We're heading into the second half of this race, but Wow. We need a replay of that. We need to get into the analyst booth after this, see what happened. There's Hernandez and Nyman battling over 17th. So we've got a nice 2-second lead here. Tatai up to 25th, no longer last. Oh, Hertas overtaken as well. Acosta as well, my God, he's going through them like a knife through butter. Just like he went through Salvador. Or was it the other way round? We will find out after this race. There's Leibenberg up to 17th ahead of Hernandez. Got Rouge in 10th. Oh, he's gained half a second that sector. This Stone. Cruising in the lead. Salvador up to 7th. Up to 6th. That's 49.9 from Stone. Oh, he's liking this clean air. Like him being by himself in the lead. Bit of a shame for the race. The battle that was brilliant between Salvador and the Andorran rider. Over in a flash. But Salvador back into the top 5 now. So he could still have 3 of the top 4 remaining the same. I'm not sure Tatai, even as the best second of the race of the season, could get back into the top 4. And there is Salvador into 4th. Into 3rd. Had a Baltus. A very good run. It's a number 7. So I'm not sure what Stone was doing there. Just got his gearing totally wrong. Got Zonta in 13th. Head of Cook. This allowed Japanese rider Cooney gain half a second on him. There's Tato up to 22nd ahead of Ton. Up to 21st ahead of Scott. Up to 20th ahead of Planquez. Planquez? So you say it? There's Rouge still battling for a top 10. Tato up to 19th now. .6 second the gap. Gene Stone. And a Japanese rider. So remember, we're still going to have the same podium that we normally do with these 3 riders, but Tatai, the rider that's struggling, and so is Stone with his consistent 51.7. Almost 2 seconds slower than his previous lap. God, you really do learn to roll off that throttle. And that first sector, that is what that first sector is made for, to learn about that. So he gets it up to 2nd. Especially there. And now the throttle. As Hertas up to 24th ahead of Costa. See, much less overtaken than we saw in the Red Bull Ring, understandably. Because the Red Bull Ring is kind of like an oval, really, for bikes. Even for cars as well, on a gauge. And see an F3 race around there. As Tato up to 18th ahead of Leibenberg. Could still grab a point, Tato. 3 laps to go. Let's Cook up 13th ahead of Zonta. And there we go, into the points in 15th. Now could he even get a top 10? It's going to be close, isn't it? It's up into 6th. All the way down to 1st. Stone really just managing it in the lead. Let's turn up the 22nd ahead of Scott. Let's up the 24th ahead of Costa. We've got a G into the top 10. And there we go, 49.9. Fast as that. What is going on with Stone? Fast lap. Back it up. Back it up. Fast lap again. It's on top of the 13th ahead of Cook. Those two might have to watch out for fast approaching Spaniards in their midst. It's hard on the power stone. 4 seconds in the lead now. There's penultimate that. Just the race he needed heading into the final round of the season. Same for Cooney as well behind. But he's probably going to be the leader. But then Stone will be right with him. And then Salvador will be the one looking in, along with Tatoy maybe. We'll find out. That's the exciting thing about these short championships as well. One mistake, you're out of here. So for Tatoy, he's out of here. Maybe in the championship. .6 seconds to lead. As we go towards the line on this final lap then. 14.7 from Stone. Just getting quicker. As this race goes on like a fine wine. These tyres get better with age apparently. Saw Stone just hooked up around Mazzano. It was a bit of an easier circuit. It wasn't easy as a Red Bull Ring, but definitely was easier. 1.4 seconds a gap now, but a bit more competitive. The Red Bull Ring at least. You had a good battle here going on for the lead in the early stages. Between the top 4 in the championship. Got a bit heated between Stone and Salvador. And then the flashpoint. What happened between Tatoy and Salvador? Fortunately for the former, he really has paid for it. Barely scoring a point. While Salvador still on the podium somehow. Sorry, dropping down as low as 8th. And then we've had Stone just leading the way in the second half of the race. Says Fedon really wants the top 5. Oh, Japanese riding down a couple of places. It's like Indonesian wants a bit more than just the top 10. Wants 9th as well. Vitelli says no. But Stone says yes. After dominating the second half of this race, another fastest out in the final lap. So welcome to the Analyst's Corner as we look at this incident. On that 3. Salvador in second. Stone leading massively wide though. Maybe catches out the Spaniards. And in trouble as he goes into Tatoy. And here we are looking at it from Tatoy's perspective then has just cruised along in 3rd. Got a Japanese rider on their tail and he sees the top 2 having some trouble. As we slow it down then. As he heads into the right hander. You can see he's hit the apex. Alright. Maybe he gets a bit too close, does he? Not really. Just goes slightly wide on the exit. Compared to the Japanese rider, as you can see, very glued to the apex. But then here comes Salvador. Look at Stone as well, very wide. And there's nothing for Tatoy. Salvador just runs into him. Of course, it is the Spaniard Tatoy who suffers worse than the perpetrator, Salvador. As in the end, Stone wins by 12 seconds. With Salvador 20 seconds back. Then Baltis, Fedon, Jason, Noguchi. You got Marcus as well. Vitelli ahead of the Indonesian. Sonton 13th, Cooking 14th. Just over a second ahead of Tata, the last point scorer. That's right, at the back, it's Sacco. So in the Riders' Championship, heading to the final race of the season. It's a 3-race tussle. It's 3 points separating them. As Unki leads ahead of Stone up to second now. Salvador down to third, but tied on points with the Andorran. And then we've got Tatai 30 points back out of here. And only fourth. Then we've got a heck of a battle for fifth. 56 points, 55, 55, 54, 53. 5 riders separated by 3 points as well. It is close everywhere. With Rude running out the top 10. Still just 15 riders have scored points so far this season. Absolutely crazy.
This rider has been able to impose a frantic pace on today's race, and now he and his mechanics are rightly going to party.
As another perfect weekend for Stone, just when he needs it in the second half of the season. As there's just one race remaining in Aragon. As we head there, we've got Marquez, impressive in Mazzano. Ahead of Dovi and Rinso, are very aggressive, but only makes second and third. Marquez is a bulldozer. Look at Alex. He's got a bit of a grin going on. A bit better than the Dynavolt boys. As he wins in Moto 2 with striking confidence, while in Moto 3 the race goes to Connect. So into the final race of the season, at least for the Red Bull Rookies Cup. As you already seen, 3 points separating the top 3. How about in Moto 3? Just a point separates Fenati and Canet. Got Massier just 2 points ahead of Della Portia. Binder some way back in 5th now. And you see Ramirez up to 7th. Arenas down a couple places to 9th. Onchu still the last point scoring 20th. McPhee's not last, but still hasn't scored a point. Absolute madness. Well, in the team's championship, it's Leopard, 25 points ahead of Spikers. They've got Green Power, Max Racing. Got Bester, Capital Dubai. Very catchy name. And we've got VR46 as well in 6th ahead of Ango and Nieto. Stray Cadets are down in 9th, absolutely crazy. Red Bull KTM IO in 13th, last of the point scorers. While in Moto 2, Alex Marquez leads by 22 points, and no wonder he's got a bit of a grin shining now. Got a bit of a gap, almost a race gap to Shirota. Definitely has got it to Baldassari. Luti's still in that fight as well for second. You've got Eco in 5th, a single point ahead of Remy Garner. Samlo's a single point ahead of Verge. Marini and Fernandez level on points. Jorge Martin. And a level ahead of teammate Binder. What? You've got Navarro in 12th on his speed up as well. Look at Bashi and Okate not too far back. Bo Bensnod on the NTS in 16th, 10 points ahead of DJ Antonio. Bulgarin at 18th on his VR46 machine. You got Corsi, Bezecchi in 20th. Otel, best of the point, non-point scores, along with Nakashima not score point. Dominic Agata, nothing for the MV Augustas. Got Jake Dixon up to 27th ahead of Odendahl. And Joe Roberts in last. So in the team championship then, it's Dynavolt, 105 points ahead. Looking so happy again, especially Luti. I don't know what I've done to disappoint Luti, but he's not happy with me. It might be VDS in second, then Pons in third, way ahead of the rest. KTM in fourth. Tag Racing, VR46 up to 6th. Christine is going to be matching themselves. In Moto 2, Moto 3, do VR46. KTM IO in 8th. Speed up, ran out top 10 ahead of NTS. And KTM Tech 3 last of the point scorers. And still a sorry sight to see Kiefer right at the back as well. While in MotoGP, Marcus is by 20 points. He definitely is smiling. Ahead of Rins and Dovi. You've got Rossi in 4th, dropping back slightly. Petrucci in 5th, just ahead of Crotcho, Vinales, Miller. Nakagami having his own battle as well with Espargaro, Morbidelli. Cortoro not quite in that battle. He's got Bagmaya and Mir on his tail. You've got Espargaro ahead of Jorge Lorenzo. How has he scored just 4 points? Lorenzo. Multiple champ in 250s in MotoGP. What the hell? Then Oliviera, Zarco. Oh no, Iano's actually 19th. No more flying up the positions. So we got on the lead in the constructors standard by 20 points ahead of Suzuki, Ducati, Yamaha, Aprilia and KTM. At least they're in double points now, KTM. In the team championship, Ducati leading by 31 points. They definitely are happy. Ahead of Yamaha and Suzuki. And then we've got Honda, Pramac, LCR, Petronas, Yamaha, LCR the second, just ahead of Aprilia Gresini. In the KTM factory team, just ahead of KTM Tech 3. With Vintia not on the scoreboard. So it will be an interesting season finale. Who will come out on top round the Motor Aragon circuit? It will be Stone, Cooney, should I say not Canuni? Where am I getting the other consonants from? And Salvador. Thank God this scene's almost over. I really have learned how to pronounce their names, haven't I? But thanks for watching, and we'll find out who wins next time.